everyone! We are in Austin, Texas for the US Grand Prix this weekend, and you might have thought that we'd forgotten to do the race room. Well, it's a little bit late, but we've been pretty busy. We had even trouble getting to Austin. We missed our connecting flight in Dallas, so we had a bit of trouble in the airport there. But then we made it to Austin, and we had to prepare for the live stream. Pole Position's first ever live stream at the Photo Fan Forum. It all went well. A little bit of a technical glitch when someone pulled the cable out of the computer, but we got it back online. And make sure you watch till the end of this video because there'll be a link to that one at the end. So, while we've been busy getting to Austin, there has been loads going on in the world of F1. It's all about who is driving where next year. So, first of all, we have to think about this year because Kimi Raikkonen is not competing this weekend at the US Grand Prix, and he's not competing at Interlagos next weekend. Of course, we've got back-to-back races, US onto the Brazilian Grand Prix. Kimi won't be there, he's having back surgery, but Lotus have managed to find somebody else. Step in, Heikki Kovaleinen. I know what you're thinking, he's a Caterham driver. We saw him in Singapore unveiling the Aero 7 concept car, but he's taking off the dark green and he is putting on the black and yellow of Lotus. They have released him from Caterham from his contract, so he's able to compete in these last two races. Vital for Lotus for the championship points. But I'm getting a little sneaky suspicion that perhaps he could do well enough to secure the full-time seat at Lotus next year. But if I was him, I'd be talking money and I'd be making sure they were going to pay me. Could he be the Lotus drive next year? Let us know, comment below, tell us what you think. There's been more movement at Williams. Pastor Maldonado will not be racing at Williams next year. They've let him go. He says he's happy, and we saw him at the Photo Fan Forum last night, and this is what he said about not racing for Williams anymore.
This gentleman at the front is desperate for a question too.
Pastor not saying very much, but at least he's happy and he's keeping pretty coy about where he may end up for 2014. Replacing him next year will be Felipe Massa. Of course, Ferrari have let him go to bring in Kimi Raikkonen for next year, and Massa's actually had a storming year since it was announced that he'd be leaving Ferrari. So Williams have, I think, lucked in, and they tweeted this picture showing the new happy family that will be Felipe Massa and Valtteri Bottas next year. Now, the biggest news yesterday was that Sergio Perez will not be racing for McLaren next year. They have not renewed his contract, and replacing him will be Kevin Magnussen. And this is what Sergio Perez had to say about the fact that he is no longer with McLaren next year at, of course, the Photo Fan Forum last night.
First of all, thank you everyone for being here. I think it's really cool for all of us to interact with the fans. We don't get to see you so often. And yeah, I mean, all what I say already, I sent the letter. I want to thank all the fans, all my fans around the world who have been really supporting me all around during this difficult year. It has been disappointed, difficult, and yeah, not what I was expecting, but I think this is life. Sometimes life takes you into other routes that you don't want, but you have to cope with it. And I think I'm still very young. I'm only 23, and I have a long career ahead of me. So looking for a good option for me to continue in Formula One. And if I don't find it, then I will not stay in Formula One just to stay. I think I will look for other options, the best for my career. So I will definitely try to find the best possible seat available for my career and to continue and keep fighting for my dreams.
So pretty disappointing for the young Mexican, especially this weekend ahead of the US Grand Prix. Loads of Mexican fans come to support the drivers here. So he won't be racing next year, but Kevin Magnussen will. Now the question is, who is Kevin Magnussen? Well, his father is Jan Magnussen. He used to race for McLaren in F1, so another nice father-son history there. He's also the current world champion in Renault 3.5, so he's got a lot of credentials behind him. He's also on the young driver program at McLaren. So like Red Bull using Daniel Ricciardo, McLaren are following up, doing the same with their drivers. So Kevin will be partnering Jenson Button next year, and let's hope that McLaren can have a more successful year than they have this year. Now, we might be in Austin, as you can see downtown behind me over there across the river, but we must not forget, WRC is still going on. It's the last rally of the year in Wales. It's Rally GB, and Sebastien Ogier has qualified fastest ahead of Thierry Neuville. Thierry Neuville, it's already been announced, he'll be moving to Hyundai. But that, of course, leaves a space at M Sport with Malcolm Wilson. I have heard on the grapevine that it will be Mikko Hirvonen moving to M Sport. And of course, that frees up spaces at Citroën. Could it be Chris Meek, or could it even be Robert Kubica, who's just won WRC2? Who knows? Of course, Pole Position will keep you updated as and when we hear of any more driver announcements. We'll be here all weekend at the Austin Grand Prix, and we'll try and keep you updated on WRC on Facebook and Twitter. So keep an eye on those too. Of course, while we're here, comment below and tell us what you think of what we're up to in America. Meanwhile, I'm going to go and find a nice little burger because we have got Rosanna versus Food coming up. So do not go anywhere. See you soon.
Hey everyone, hey Austin, it's Formula 1 week, are we ready? I have 5 Formula 1 drivers right here for you, so let's get them on stage, let's get talking to them.